Hello everyone, my name is Issa Basma, one of the students here at Barnet and Southgate College. Today we're going to talk about how safeguarding works inside the college. Follow me, let's see how it goes. Students in the college would like to know what's the meaning of safeguarding.
Okay, so safeguarding at college is a whole range of things. It's anything really that keeps a student safe at college, helps them with their welfare and any problems or issues that they might come across. So it ranges from everything like security and wearing your ID badges, not letting people on site that shouldn't be here, things like that, to having a one-to-one with a safeguarding officer who might help you with some quite serious problems that you're suffering. It covers every campus, so whether you're studying at Wood Street, Southgate or any of our other campuses at college, you will be safeguarded there. And all staff are responsible no matter what course it is, so whether you're studying hair and beauty or construction, A-levels, any other of our courses, staff have responsibility to look after your welfare as a learner.
What is actually college protecting learners from?
So you probably as a learner will have seen lots of different things in the press. Recently things like sexual exploitation have been quite high up in the press. People who are quite famous have been charged with things like that. College is protecting learners from any type of abuse and aim to help learners learn and gather skills, knowledge, all those things to protect themselves throughout their lives. So mainly we're protecting against different forms of abuse, which includes bullying and includes grooming, whether that be online, things like radicalisation, anything that could cause a learner to come to harm, so physical harm, mental harm, emotional harm, or harm somebody else or commit a crime.
What do staff members have to do?
Okay, so it depends what role a staff member has. Every staff member in the college has got responsibility. They have something called a duty of care for learners. So they are all responsible for noticing concerns. All staff are trained to look at what indicators a learner may present. So they help learners. If it's a tutor, they will get to know that learner and know when something is going good or when something's going bad for them. And all staff are trained to look at how a learner may present their problems. So every member of staff has a duty to find the right help for a learner if they're suffering from a problem, especially problems like abuse, which unfortunately does go on, but college has got many people that can support a learner over that. There's specific staff in the college that help with learner issues and problems, so the people that work in the hub, the student hubs, in the library, who are part of learner services, give general advice and guidance over welfare issues. So things like sexual relationships, general relationships, mentoring, advice on bullying.
Who has a major or minor problem?
Yeah.
Who can they can speak to and where they can speak to?
Okay, so separately to the welfare team and people like learning advisors, if a staff has bigger, greater concerns that are beyond their training and their expertise, so a tutor may have a concern about a learner in their class, they would refer to someone called a safeguarding officer at college. We have safeguarding officers and safeguarding and equality officers who will help with the more significant concerns when a learner might be harmed or harm someone else. And they have to, so members of staff have to refer to a safeguarding officer if they have significant concerns because it's their duty.
What will happen when a learner speaks to a safeguarding officer?
If a learner has identified that they need some help and support, hopefully they know a little bit about the welfare team, but that's a good place to start. They can go to the LRC or the student hub and book an appointment with a welfare advisor. If a learner thinks that they've got a safeguarding concern, so something quite big is going on for them that might be a problem, they can call the safeguarding number, they can email the safeguarding team, or they can click on the red button on iLearn and that goes to one of the safeguarding officers who'll be able to help them.
If a learner speaks to a safeguarding officer, would they have any contact with someone at home?
It would obviously depend on what the problem is, but the first thing a safeguarding officer would ever do is have a conversation with the learner, because what we need to find out is what the learner is happy and comfortable with us doing. We wouldn't ever, unless a learner was at very high risk of harm or there was a big crime that was going to be committed, we wouldn't ever do anything without meeting the learner and getting them to agree with the plan of action. So start with, we'd just have a sit down, a chat with the learner, have a little conversation about what the problem actually is, give our ideas of how we can help, the things that we think might be good for a learner, give some advice, and then decide with the learner what their next steps are, what they want to do. Because most learners that come to college are over the age of 16, what we would do is speak to the learner, we'd discuss with them about confidentiality and what that means. So whatever you tell a safeguarding officer is confidential, and we agree not to share that with somebody unless they either say it's okay, so the learner has to tell us it's okay to share with someone else, or we think they're at significant harm. So if we think they're actually going to get hurt, we would have to share that. But usually a safeguarding officer wouldn't talk to a parent unless the learner said that was okay. So if a learner came in and said, can you talk to my parent about this, then I'd say yes. But if they said to me, please don't talk to my parent or my guardian, my carer about this, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go against their wishes unless they're going to get really harmed if I don't.
How can the safeguarding team help learners protect themselves outside college?
What we would do, obviously safeguarding officers aren't emergency services. We don't run around after learners and chase them home and take them places and protect them physically. But what we would do is try and educate learners about how to protect themselves and give them some advice and phone numbers, people to contact if there's ever an emergency outside of college. If a learner has got a problem outside of college and they come and tell us, we'll support them with that.
What is actually the prevent strategy?
So the prevent strategy is quite specific in safeguarding, but we deal with it exactly the same as all of our other safeguarding issues. Prevent is the government's response to the current terror threat level in the UK. As a college, it's our responsibility, the government have given us a duty to help learners understand about the process of radicalisation and help them and educate them about not being groomed into something that they don't want to happen to themselves.
How does equality and diversity work in college?
I would hope that learners feel that we are quite an equal and diverse college to be at. Equality means treating people fairly, not necessarily treating them the same, but making sure everybody gets an opportunity or the same opportunity as the next person to be able to do something. And diversity is about celebrating everybody's differences, different cultures, faith, different backgrounds, different religions, different sexual orientations and things like that, and helping learners be aware of the wider world of what goes on for people. College doesn't accept any kind of disrespect of each other, but we do encourage learners to have a discussion about differences. If they have a difference of opinion, we encourage learners to discuss that, but we never condone or never say yes to learners being disrespectful or rude or discriminatory. That's a big problem. So things like discrimination aren't accepted at college, and we do tackle that quite seriously.
What's the term freedom of expression means?
It just means that learners are free to express themselves, they're able to have their own views and opinions, as long as it doesn't turn into something violent or something that's discriminatory or disrespectful. We encourage learners to talk to each other about their opinions, their differences, any values that they have, but in an appropriate, respectful, kind and friendly way.
I feel safe at the college because the environment itself is very friendly, and the staff as well are very, very friendly and also very, very helpful. They can help you any minute, anywhere. If you're having troubles, they can just help you. Security are always around patrolling the place. They're always at the gates at front of the college. I feel safe because there's always someone to talk to when I'm having troubles at home, in college, anywhere.